Corky too. Give him a release. What's going on, everybody? Fishing the Odds here, and today I kind of just wanted to talk about a little technique for steelhead fishing. Pegging a Corky like so with a Yarnie. It's cool because you have both the presentation of the Corky and the yarn, and you can scent up this yarn, you know, with your water soluble stuff and even gel because it's just yarn. But yeah, this is a great way to steelhead fish, and it's kind of dual purpose. You don't have to use a bead peg. You can actually just peg it with one of these and 3 fingers up from the hook like you would a bead. So I did not make this up. I saw a video on Facebook, and I feel like a lot of you guys don't go on that platform, or if you do, you haven't seen that video. So I kind of just wanted to show you guys on my channel for all of those who watch it, and you know, maybe you'll learn something. Maybe this is something you can do to go out there and catch steelhead. So first thing I'm gonna do is get started with tying my leader. Fish fluorocarbon leader. Right now I'm fishing 10-pound, but this water actually is right now I'm fishing 10-pound, but this water actually has enough color to where I could fish 12-pound if I wanted to. So fishing Corkies, I like to run between 3 and 4 feet. Go 3.5 here. Always fish fluorocarbon. That's just how I am. I always tie the egg loop knot as well. There's plenty of videos out there on how to tie this knot, and if you guys want me to do one, I can, but there's enough of it out there that you shouldn't really have to watch one of mine. And there is a lot of wind out here too. Go. So I have my egg loop knot, tied that up on a size 4 hook. Sometimes I'll fish size 2 with bigger presentations, but right now I'm running size 4 with a smaller presentation. That's beside the point. So what you want to do is you want to take your Corky, you want to run your line through the Corky, pull enough out there, quite a bit. So now I just ran my line through my Corky. And you're going to take your line, you're going to run it back through the Corky. Let's give myself more room here. You want plenty of room. So you're going to run back through the Corky. So one thing that we have here is a loop. I don't know if you guys can see that. So now we just got a loop because I went back through the Corky. Give myself some more room. So a loop right there. Now that we went back through the Corky, we're going to take the line again and go through the other side again. So we'll have a loop on each side of the Corky. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm holding the Corky with my index finger, and I have a loop on each side. See if it's focusing there, I'm not sure. So you're going to take your yarn, wherever I put that. So I have my pink Yarnie. I have my 2 loops. The first loop I made down here, and then the second loop I made when I went back through again. I'm going to take this in that second loop. I'm just going to hook the Yarnie onto it, like so. Then I'm going to pull this end through. Now I have a Corky that is pegged with some yarn. I can slide it all the way down. Three fingers. Boom. 3 fingers from the hook. Then I can throw some scent on there. Just a little bit. Don't have to do much. And now I have a Corky with pink yarn in it. So this is just another great presentation for these steelhead guys. And a lot of people don't do it. I mean, how many times do you see a Corky pegged with yarn? So it's just one of those techniques that might put you on a fish when everybody's fishing beads or something. So there you guys have it. I'm gonna trim this up and get fishing with it. There is one thing that I would like to say, or there's a couple things that I would like to say about this. Make sure your Corky is the right size for your hook. I was fishing a Corky that was a size up from this, so I would say it was approximately a 10 millimeter size Corky, and I was fishing it with a size 4 hook. Now, when that Corky is free sliding up and down that hook and it's sitting right here, let me slide this down. This Corky is the right size for this hook, because if a fish were to grab it when it's all the way down here at the hook, he would still get hooked right here. Okay? But if I'm fishing too big of a Corky and the hook size is too small, there's gonna be nowhere for the fish to get a hold of that hook. And I did this by accident on that Clackamas River steelhead video that you guys saw, and I lost that fish. 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 Oh, he popped off. He popped off. Wow. And I think it was because my Corky was too big for my size 4 hook. So that's just something you guys can think about. Nobody likes losing a fish, so make sure there's a gap. There isn't like a straight line down to the point of the hook. You want, if you take your finger down it, you should be able to hook yourself if it's the right size. That's just one way that I kind of gauge it. But you can also look at it and say, okay, yeah, that Corky's too big for that. So that is that's something to think about, guys, when you're picking out your Corkies. Is just the right size for the right hook and right presentation. A lot of people say that when you peg a bead, which can be very similar to a Corky, you'll hook the fish properly in the side of the mouth almost every time. Just because the way the fish's mouth is shaped, and when he grabs his Corky and you set, it just rips it right into the side of the mouth. So, I don't know, I'm not 100% on that, but this is something that I like to fish, and I'm out here on the Clackamas right now, and I'm just going to see if I can't get on a fish with this. Send it up. There you have it. There is also one other thing that I want you guys to think about when fishing a Corky. Now, if you peg it, you take away some of the action that the Corky is going to give when you're side drifting it in the water. So, say your weight's tacking bottom. Your Corky is free sliding, so the current, like if it hits bottom, the current can move it up and down the line, and therefore it's more erratic because it has more motion in the water. So if you peg it and your weight's hitting bottom, this Corky's just gonna go like this. You know what I mean? So if it's free sliding, it'll move up and down and go like this. So there's just a little bit more action when you're free sliding, I think. So I tend to fish it free sliding a lot, but nevertheless, pegging it is also a really good method. And why not peg it with yarn? You know what I'm saying? So if you peg it with a regular peg, you just have the Corky presentation. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little tech tip. Maybe you'll catch a steelhead with it. Who knows? That's the ultimate goal here for all of us in the Northwest. We just want to find the best way possible to catch steelhead, and you gotta try new things sometimes. So this is something that I don't fish a whole lot, but you know, right now I'm not catching them on a regular just Corky, you know, so I'm just gonna switch it up and peg my Corky. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and learned a little something from it, and until next time guys, tight lines.